Hey kids, I've asked you all here today because I have something I want to tell you. I am going to move into a minivan. I'm going to sell everything, I'm going to give it away, and I'm going to I want to be a nomad. I want to live the nomad lifestyle. Have you ever heard of that? What are you talking about? Well, that sounds scary. I'm scared for you. You could get killed. You could get hurt. You could get stolen. That doesn't seem safe to me. I don't like that idea at all. Hey, hi, daughter. I've asked you here. I got something to tell you. I am going to move into my minivan. I'm going to put in my notice in the apartment, and I'm going to go live in my minivan. I want to do this. That sounds crazy. What are you talking about? That sounds like a crazy idea. Are you crazy? Where'd you get this crazy idea? Living in your vehicle. Come on, Mom. What's going on? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Why would you want to do something like that? That's nuts. Hi, kids. I have something I want to tell you. I'm going to move into a van. I'm going to sell everything, and I'm going to hit the road, and I'm going to go live in my van. It sounds like so much fun. There's a lot of people doing it, and I want to join them. I want to go have some adventures. You're going to what? You're going to go live in your vehicle, and you're going to go travel all around the country. What about your grandkids? They're going to miss you. Aren't you going to miss them? You're going to miss so many years of your grandkids' lives. This is not good. This is not good, Mom. Okay, kids, got something to tell ya. I'm going to sell the home. I'm going to sell my home, and I'm going to give all my things away, and I'm going to give you your things that you want, and I'm going to go live in a van. I'm going to find a van, and I'm going to go live in it. And I'm going to go hit the road, and I want to go have some adventures. What do you think? Okay, let me get this straight. You're going to sell the house that we grew up in. You're going to sell the house that you and Dad lived in. You're going to sell everything and give everything away. Really? What about us? What about us? What are we going to get in the end? That seems selfish. It seems very selfish, Mom. Hey, kids, I've got something to tell you. I want to go be a nomad. What's a nomad? Well, a nomad is somebody who lives in their van or lives in their vehicle, and they travel around, and their home is in their van. And I want to go do that. And there's other people doing it. I want to join it. I want to get in there, and I want to get going. Okay, let me get this straight. You're going to give notice on your apartment. It's a good apartment. You're going to give everything away, and you're going to go traipsing all over the country. Well, when you're done, who's supposed to take care of you after that? You won't have a place to stay. You're going to want to stay with us. I don't even think you have a good plan in your head yet. I don't know, Mom. Doesn't sound good to me. Hello, my love, my daughter. Guess what? I'm going to go be a nomad. I want to live the nomad life. Oh, what's a nomad? Well, it's somebody who lives in their vehicle and they travel around. And so I want to get a minivan, and I want to go travel around with the rest of them. I want to go have some adventures, and I just want to be free. I want to feel free. This is my time. So you want to be a nomad? Nomad. That sounds kind of cool. Tell me more about this. That sounds kind of cool. You're going to go and you're going to be able to go see things. It's about time, Mom, that you had something going on for yourself. So I want to hear all about it. What are your plans? What do you need from me? Can I help? Well, you're going to get rid of your stuff. I mean, don't forget me. If you're going to get rid of all your things, you want to keep them in the family. You do have heirlooms, and we want to get those in the end anyways, right? So, yeah, tell me more about this. This sounds like a good plan. I'm excited. So what do you think? Which one, which one was yours? There were 6 of them. Which scenario is yours? If you're a nomad already, you've already been through it. If you're not one and you're thinking about doing, what do you think you would hear the answer, the response to, I want to go be a nomad. I'm going to move into my vehicle. And what do you think the response would be even if you didn't want to? What do you think your kids would say, your children or your grandchildren? I have gotten a lot of emails about this subject, and actually I have a couple videos on it, but I thought I would revisit it again because one of you asked what my children said. Well, my children were the last. Actually, my oldest daughter is the one that turned me onto this lifestyle way back. She saw a video and she says, Mom, you got to see this. Oh my gosh. And so I watched it and I said, that's the life for me. I know it. That's what I want. And so it was always in my mind to prepare for it. Now, of course, my oldest son, he didn't care. He has his own life going. He's very busy. What did he care? He didn't care. My oldest daughter, the one who turned me onto the lifestyle, that very first video, she was all for it. And now my younger daughter, my youngest daughter, she wasn't too happy about it. She kind of was, it made her depressed. She was worried that I was going to be homeless. I was going to be a homeless person. But now she loves it. I mean, she's gotten over it big time. It didn't take her long. And one reason is I became a nomad and I stayed in Tucson for the first 2 months. I wasn't ready to go yet because I had a business going, and I wasn't ready to. I wanted to give my clients time to find somebody else and to replace me. And I was just stashing as much money as I could, but she soon got over it and we said goodbye. And now she's real happy that I do move around because I can, visit her when it's time. And then of course, in a way, she feels free that she doesn't have to entertain. I think sometimes our children think that they need to entertain us a little bit. And I don't know how it is with your family, but every family's different, right? Every single family is different. But with my children, they were just all for it. And then my youngest, he thought it was totally cool too. And why do I think that is? Why is there such a difference in how families react? Well, I think there's factors, and I want to talk about that. I made you coffee. Here you go. There's some coffee for you. Cheers. Well, the factor in my family is why my family is like totally cool with it is because I raised them a little bit differently. I was a very liberal mother. I raised them that I let them do what they wanted to do. I know that sounds kind of silly, but I did. I let them guide me how they wanted me to raise them. Does that make sense? I don't know. But I gave them a lot of freedom. So in turn, they give me a lot of freedom as I've gotten older. I did not stunt them from doing what they wanted to do. If they were going to fall on their face, then they fell on their face. When I became a widow, I did not have time to worry about every little thing that they were doing. I didn't have time. So I think that's when it really kicked in that they could do what they wanted to do. I had to work full time and then raise 4 kids. Oh, oy vey schmear. It was mind-boggling. But no, I did not have time to take care of every little thing and know every little thing about them. Oh, they were just doing all kinds of dumb stuff, but they made it through. Nobody got arrested. Nobody went to jail. Nobody. Yeah. In my children's background, well, the three older ones, was it was a season of the raves. There were raves going on, and there were drugs going on. I think the drug of the raves was called ecstasy, and it was not good. I mean, but my children, I know that they had experimented with it, and they have good memories to talk about, just the same as, I suppose, somebody that went to Woodstock or participated in going to San Francisco at the Whiskey Go-Go or something like that. Raves were a big deal, and I let them do that. They were totally into music. And I think because I gave them the freedom to be who they wanted to be, that they let me do it. Now, another aspect of how children might respond to a parent wanting to do this lifestyle would be maybe, and I know this sounds sad, but I know this has to be in certain cases, the money. I mean, if somebody's going to, like the one that's going to sell the house, how dare you sell the house? You're going to just go sell the house, and then you're going to waste all of your income out there, and we're not going to get anything. Where's going to be our share? Where is our inheritance? Well, if there was a huge inheritance going to happen and they were very wealthy, I'm going to guess that they probably wouldn't sell their house. So I think we're talking about middle class, but still the kids might say, wait a minute, where's going to be our share? You're just going to waste it out there just floating around the nation. So, yeah, once the parent takes off as a nomad, they won't have the control over the parent very much. Now, as far as calling somebody crazy, I just read a post on Facebook today. And I did make a comment. I'm friends with this person, but I'm really not friends. You know how Facebook goes. They're a nomad, and I don't know this person, but, you know, we've connected and we've put in for a friend request, and we accepted it. But she said she met up with a friend she hadn't seen in a very long time, very long. And she said, it almost seems kind of like crazy. I haven't seen you for a long time. Do you know what all of our friends are saying about you? They say you're crazy. Well, I left a message for her, and I said, if your friend calls you crazy, or even relays a message that other friends are calling you crazy, that is not your friend. That's not your friend at all. And a lot of psychologists and philosophers say that if you consider a person like that a friend, that's wrong. You need to take them like this and put them over here in the unfriend area. Do not have friends who do not support you. And I will mention again, a true friend is somebody who wants the best for you. They want the best. They will be honest with you, and they will tell you, but not call you names. But they will support you, but yet they will be honest with you. Like, and even that friend with the Facebook that I'm talking about, she could have easily said, tell me more about this lifestyle. Is it cool? What do you do? To find out more about it so they can make a educated response and maybe offer advice if they're really in your inner circle. Only take advice from people who are in your inner circle. And in a lot of cases, that does not involve your family members. If they don't want the best for you at all times, they're not your friend. If they want the best for your health, if they want the best for your environment, if they want the best, if they see that there's something going on that shouldn't be going on, that's legitimate, and they question you or give you advice, those are your real friends, not somebody who placates you with every little thing. But when it comes to my children, another thing too is I've never acted like totally crazy in my life. They trust me. They know that I'm a strong, independent individual, and they trust my decisions. They don't they don't, well, I suppose in some ways they might worry about me. I hope they don't. But thus far, I've been doing this for 6 years, and there's no reason not to trust that I'm safe out here. I make good decisions. I'm a Christian. I have a higher power that I rely on. And I trust in the Spirit for discernment when I need to get away or when it's okay to stay. So, and then, okay, so what about the family who says, what about the grandkids? I've had people actually comment to me, don't you miss your grandkids? How could you just leave your grandkids? You're going to miss out on so many years. Well, in my case, I've raised 4 children, and part-time I was helping with my granddaughter. My son was a single dad, and I helped with my granddaughter on and off. So that was my so I actually helped with my grandchild. It's my time. I can do what I want to do. I want to read you the lyrics. I heard this on the radio today. I knew I was going to talk about this. I went to the post office, and you know I do not just sit in my van 24/7. And yes, I do get out, and I do enjoy nature. It's all around me. I do. I had a comment like that today. I think you need to go out and enjoy nature. I do. I mean, don't you, if you live in sticks and bricks, don't you go enjoy nature? Don't you go outside and go out in your yard and sit and watch the birds and the bees and the bugs and listen to bird songs? You cannot suggest a nomad to be on vacation 24/7, because I know if you're in a sticks and bricks, you're not on vacation 24/7. You're outside. You do get outside, and so do I. Just pretend like I live in my van, but this is sort of my bricks and sticks, okay? Okay. So here is, I heard this, it's called My Life. And the lyrics go, I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm all right. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home, right? This could be like for a friend or a family member, or the nomad life. I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life. Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone. There you go. I never really appreciated this song before until I was listening to the words in my car. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I think they're talking about a relationship. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong. Don't get me wrong. And you can speak your mind, but not on my time. They will tell you you can't sleep alone in a strange place. Wow, nomad life, right? Then I'll tell you you can't sleep with somebody else. But sooner or later you sleep in your own space. Either way, it's okay. You wake up with yourself. And then the last verses, I never said you had to offer me. Oh, that's the same thing. Yeah. Keep it to yourself. It's my life. Well, and you can hum the words. I don't feel like singing. My voice has been a little, what do you think? It's been a little ravenish. Oh, Raven. I want to do a shout out to you, Raven in a Van. Oh my gosh. You are so cool. And your posts are always so right on. And you mentioned about my minivan being, you called it your den. It's your den, like a lion's den. Oh my gosh, yes. And she said psychologically and evolutionary wise, that it's very instinctual for us to want to be like in a cave, in a den. Animals like to be, even as babies, we were swaddled. It made us feel comfortable. Some of us really do like small spaces. Have you ever watched that documentary called The Queen of Versailles? It's about that really wealthy family, and he was in the, what is that called? Those, you had those vacation places. I can't think of the name right now because this is just kind of improv here. But look it up, that documentary, Queen of Versailles. He did the, what are they called? Where you go like you pay every month for something, and then every couple of weeks you get a vacation. The vacation places. Well, he was king of that, and they were building the largest home in America, and they fashioned it after Versailles. Well, the economy crashed, and they couldn't finish it. The whole thing was about that, and he was like losing his mind, and she was still living the Versailles life and wanting to keep it going. I remember seeing that documentary. I would have never been comfortable living in that home. Oh my gosh, it was so big. It wasn't finished, but I would be worried, man, there could be a whole nother family living in another area of the house, or there could be some spooky person that broke in. Oh my God, no. I kind of prefer smaller spaces, and I really enjoy this. So I just wanted to mention that. Raven, thank you for your post. I really appreciate that. But with my Raven voice that's been going on the last couple of days, that made me remember you. You know, for the family, the kids who would call their mother crazy, that's not cool. You wonder how did somebody like that their kids would respond like that? What were the parenting skills of the parents? How did it get to the point where a child could literally call their mother and say something like that, or allude to that? Well, that's just crazy. That's not normal. Oh, that's not normal to live in a vehicle. I don't know, but I know that my kids would not call me crazy at all. They would never call me crazy. They have total respect for me, and we're actually, at this point, we're actually really good friends. I raised my kids in a way I remember thinking in my mind that I know that, okay, they're little, and now they're teenagers. You got to go through that. I want to get through the teenage years and actually say, I like my kids, and my children like me. So I was not a harsh parent at all. Oh, I got mad at them. I used the mom voice here and there. Of course I did. It wasn't all, perfect. But yeah, they respect me. They respect me now. They respected me then, and they will continue respecting me. Now let's go in the other aspect of, well, if you give up your place, who's going to take care of you when you get older? A lot of kids are going to say, oh my gosh, she's going to do something so bizarre. And guess what? We're going to end up taking care of her because she's giving everything away. She's losing her place. And she's going to want to come and live with us. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know what my future will hold, but I do know, oh yeah, that I've been seeing on YouTube and on the internet a lot, that there is this one gymnast, she's 97 years old, and she can still do a routine. I just plan on staying, as long as there's no major accident, I plan on staying very agile. I know that I'll be able to take care of myself. Maybe not at the very end. I mean, who knows? But I plan on living a long time. There's a lot of longevity in my family with my ancestors. So I'm going to live a long time. And because of that, I'm going to live my best life. I'm going to take care of myself. So if there's somebody who isn't taking care of themselves, yeah, I mean, their kids might actually kind of worry about that. But I wanted to discuss this. I wanted to bring this to light. How did my children react to me telling them that I was going to get my minivan and I was going to start traveling? They were for it, except my one daughter. She did a few tears, and then she oh, well, maybe this is pretty cool. Now she's my biggest cheerleader. So let me know in comments what you think your children would say and how they would react to this. I've heard a lot of stories. I even heard of one gal that I met on my first RTR. She parked next to me. She was in a car. And she said that they actually had an intervention to stop her. Can you believe that? Well, she was in a regular car, so I think she had to get out quickly before her kids actually stopped her, or maybe would have put her in an institution or something if you're going to have an intervention. So there's all types. Thank you for spending time with me today and watching this this parody of children's reactions to the big news of, I'm going to go move into my vehicle. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Go to minivanlee.com for all of my products that I sell. And it really does, what you're doing is you're supporting me. And I believe there's still super thanks. You can give me a tip. It's like giving me a tip, like giving your waitress a tip. Well, I spend a lot of time on these videos. I actually edit videos. I bring you subject matter. And if you want to give me a tip, it's called Super Thanks. And there's a link down below. Or on my minivanlee.com, I have gifts. I have any number of gifts, or you can put any kind of gift you wanted. And it helps support me. So I love you guys. Until tomorrow, new episode, new fun, new topic. Bye, everybody.